record. Okay, hello everyone. So our team will be analyzing the potential for solar energy generation at a farm in Bonita Springs, Florida. Our team members are Haobai, Liu Wenjuan, and Sisi. Next slide. In this slide, we can see the table of our team's content, and first I will be the person in charge of introducing the solar energy application and solar radiation data in Bonita Springs, Florida. Next slide. So first of all, the area we have chosen to evaluate the potential of building a renewable power generation system based on solar cell energy is at Bonita Springs, Florida. Bonita Springs has an average of 271 predominantly sunny days per year, making it one of the sunniest cities in Florida. And as we can see from the picture on the left, that Florida receives an average of 5.69 kilowatt hours per square meter per day. And the average monthly solar radiation level in Bonita Springs, Florida of 5.69 kilowatt is approximately 48% greater than the average level of 3.93 kilowatt in a city with historically low levels. Next slide. And this one shows the evaluation of how much would a solar system cost. And according to Energy Sage in 2022, the average solar panel installation in Bonita Springs will cost around $23,000 for a 9 kilowatt hour system, roughly equal to $2.63 per watt. Our farmer would need a 9 kilowatt hour system to generate 3,091 kilowatt per month, and this will cost the farmer $17,000 after the input tax credit. And above you can see the critical components of a farm solar system. For example, a solar panel to receive sunlight, an inverter to switch from DC to AC, and the battery to store energy, and so on. Next slide. In this slide, we can see the solar radiation data in Bonita Springs, Florida. According to the line graph, the month the highest solar radiation values in Bonita Springs is March, with an average of 6.53 kilowatts, followed by April at 6.44 and October at 6.37 kilowatt hours per meter square. Next slide. Next, this shows the solar energy data in Bonita Springs, Florida. As shown in the chart, we can see different solar panel installations in Bonita Springs. Bonita Springs has an average monthly global horizontal irradiance of 5.16 kilowatt hours, approximately equal to the average monthly direct normal irradiance of 5.16 kilowatt hours. Next. When I looked at the pictures of solar installations in Bonita Springs, the solar installations are always tilted at the latitude. Average tilt at latitude averages 5.69 kilowatt hours per meter square, or about 10% greater than the monthly GHI of 5.16 kilowatt hours per meter square, and approximately 10% greater than the average monthly DNI of 5.16 kilowatt hours per meter square. Next. And next I will be evaluating the space needed to install solar cell on a farm. As our farm has more than 150 acres of land, it is estimated that 30 to 40 acres of solar panels would allow the farmer to build a 5 megawatt solar farm. And the cost of producing 1 megawatt of electricity is around $50 for solar power. However, the average electricity consumption for the farmer is about 3,091 kilowatt per month. Therefore, we only need 0.021 acres of land for solar panels to build a sufficient amount of electricity required for the farmer. And lastly, after a rough calculation, the cost of producing 3,091 kilowatt equals 15 cents. Next. And lastly, I will be evaluating the 25-year savings if you use a solar system. As shown in this table, an 8 kilowatt solar system would have a 25-year savings of $28,000. The 10 kilowatt solar system would have a 25-year savings of $35,000. Therefore, a 9 kilowatt solar system would have a 25-year savings of around $32,000 to $33,000, with typical savings of about $30,000 on electricity bills over 20 years. Many homeowners and farmers in Bonita Springs find investing in solar systems can pay off big. Next slide.
Next, I'll be talking about the costs and including the maintenance and the operation. Next one. Let's start from the average commercial electricity rate in Bonita Springs is about 8 to 9 cents per kilowatt. Next. The left side is the amount of energy used and the right side is the total energy. So the left is the calculation we got from the 12 months. that is about 2,000 kilowatt per month, and the right is 140% for the solar cell system that could not perform optimally. So that's why we have to calculate for the other factors like clouds and other. So the amount is 3,000 kilowatts per month, and that is the reason why we're using 9 kilowatt for the solar cell system, and this is the reasonable calculation. Next. This is also an additional calculation for the first is the average solar cell panel. It's the cost in the Bonita Springs that about 19,000. We need 10 kilowatts and 10 of them and one for the 4 kilowatts. The calculation then could be 200,000 in Florida. Average cost of the solar panel installation is about 12,000. Next one. As you can see in this graph, that the battery price for Tesla Powerwall is the most reasonable price. We need a battery for more sustainability because the rate of energy that we produce may not be equal to the rate of the energy we use. If we use less than the energy we're getting is nothing, let's consider the price storage and the peak power on Tesla Powerwall. $10,000 is the price of the battery only. We're having more payments afterwards, but the solar panels, also known as the PV panels, are lasting more than 25 years. Next. Now on a graph, this is the solar panel maintenance cost in Bonita Springs specifically, about almost $500. Next. The total cost that I have calculated here, including the maintenance costs and the installation costs and all, it's about $200,000. This calculation includes 2 batteries because one battery lasts for 10 years, so we're changing it. Next. Then let's compare with the price with the average commercial electricity rates. It's 8 cents, and so we times that, we get about $46,000. Next. Now, when we compare both of the price of electricity bill and the solar cell system cost in 20 years, the result is negative and resulting in the money used in the solar cell system costing more than the commercial electricity. Still, the benefit is sustainability of using the solar cell system for renewable energy. Next. A last part here is the economic analysis and the benefits. So the electrical grid that the government has is not available when we are using our own, so our cost will be included. However, this is self-sustainable. We may be independent of the fossil fuel power station and rely on self-storage. Then the United States Department of Energy have said that the country now is a carbon negative country. It produces carbon dioxide more than oxygen. If we want more sustainability, we must change to renewable energy, including solar cell system. Usually the payback period would be calculated with the initial investment with the cash flow, but in this case, the profit is negative. There's no payment on the payback period. Still, we can still have the advantages on the solar cell system by having organic farm and a unique products that can be sold at premium prices. It must be sustainable for us, but not in a financial way. Indeed, the greenhouse gas will not affect the world drastically, and also climate changes will occur less. Next.
Next part is about sustainability. According to the data reported above in the cross-comparison of solar power and regular fossil fuel costs and the overall cost in utilizing solar cell compared with commercial electricity with the same amount of energy rate. The solar power energy costs more than fossil fuels and the overall cost in solar cell. However, solar power still wins in terms of sustainability and environmental friendliness. Solar installations in Bonita Springs are always tilted at the latitude of Bonita Springs to produce the maximum solar energy output. which averages 5.69 kilowatt hours per square meter per day, or approximately 10% more than the average monthly global horizontal irradiance of 5.16 kilowatt hour per square meters per day, and approximately 10% more than the average monthly direct normal irradiance of 5.16 kilowatt hours per square meters per day. Solar energy is an inherently more sustainable energy source than fossil fuel energy sources. Solar panels employ the single most sustainable resource on the earth. It is the sun, the light of the sun, to turn the sun's energy into electrical energy. Meanwhile, the sun's energy may be utilized continuously without reducing its future availability. Solar energy satisfies these common recognized definitions of sustainability. Most experts also think that the sun is the most significant renewable energy source. In terms of pollutions, fossil fuels pollute the environment when they are used, but solar energy does not, which is another aspect in which it reflects the ideal of sustainability. Solar panels remain idle on roofs or in big solar arrays, producing no waste, noise, or any output other than pure electrical energy. Or in the other way, we can say that it is non-polluting. In conclusion, the solar energy systems in a farm in Bonita Springs, Florida, has demonstrated that the benefit of solar energy system outweigh the benefits of typical fossil fuel in terms of solar radiation level, sustainability, and more eco-friendly. However, it is also has to be accepted that it is less expensive to use fossil fuels or commercial electricity than solar energy systems. Overall, the solar energy systems analysis is solely aimed at a specific objective, a farm in Bonita Springs, Florida. If the government or a related department participated in this sustainability initiative by supplying more affordable and efficient sustainable energy in the near future, it would be one of the solutions to develop the country into a carbon negative country. And here are our references.